happy December 7th. So, going out for an overnighter, just like last weekend. Gonna go to a different spot. Gonna try a few things, a little different setup because it's just me again, so I won't be running the 6-man tent. But I am going to test and do a review of a very inexpensive stove I purchased last year on, I believe it was November 7th. Has it been perfect? No, but it is definitely batted way over the $40 price tag. I think it's something that anyone's into overlanding / truck camping should look into. And some people do have like more elaborate stoves for their truck rigs. This stove is a little too big to pack. But that being said, I'm gonna guess that it'll probably pack down to about the same size, like pack size wise, as your Jetboil would. So Jetboils aren't, lots of people pack those, but they are what they are. Also go over a Jetboil. As soon as I get set up, I'm gonna make some lunch because I'm hungry, and I'm gonna do the Cajun Shrimp on that little stove in general. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a cloudy day and night, so no star pictures. So it's going to be pretty chill. Relax, turn up the heat of the diesel heater, and go to bed and just defrag from all the craziness that is Canada right now. With postal strikes and gun bans and silly talk, I think I need to defrag. Anyways. Supper's going to be bear chili. I made that a long time ago. This is just leftovers out of the freezer. And I will have more for that soon. Cheers. Alright, so I'm on the trail now. And as you can hear, I'm getting some rubbing. That being said, I'm going to guess, I should say. I'm not going to think. I'm going to guess we're close to 8-9 inches of snow. It seems to be pretty fluffy. It doesn't look like anyone's been here since last weekend when I was in here, but there's definitely a lot more snow than last weekend. And what do I got? I got moose tracks. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, so we got moose tracks, and then we got some animals looking like they were dancing around in a circle, probably the same thing. Moose tracks. Okay, so this time we got moose tracks. Last weekend we had coyote tracks. But now we got moose tracks, and they look fresh. But I'm trying to look in the rearview mirror to see how much snow we have, but we definitely have way more snow than last time. Let's hope that this big tank doesn't get stuck. But yeah, the tracks are all over the place, right in front of me. They look pretty fresh because it's snowing pretty good right now. Oh, this is a runway of tracks. Now where I am, there is a little dried up pond that I'm coming up to. So maybe that's where they're headed. I'm doing about 10K an hour. That's crazy. The last video I had a guy comment that he would never drive a turd of a vehicle. I'm assuming he meant turd as in Toyota. Well, I'm not in 4-wheel drive yet. Traction control hasn't slipped yet. And now I have a Fox track. But I don't know. Toyota seems to be pretty solid. But I've had them all, and they all have their problems. Okay, here we're on you can't really tell that I'm on a pretty good incline into an old dried up ditch, but there's the pond to the right of me. There, the traction control went in 2-wheel drive, 9 inches of snow. Got to get rid of Toyota. Anyways, that's enough rambling for now. I'm going to be in my spot probably 10 minutes or so. Same spot as last weekend, and set up and make some lunch because I'm pretty hungry right now. Well, that's the road from last weekend. That's the trail down to the other pond. That's the trail down to the lake. You can see those are either coyote or fox tracks right there. Something was in here playing around. That's where I had my tent set up last weekend. And I don't know. Take a knee here for you. Yeah, probably 8-9 inches of snow. At least 3 times the amount of snow as last time. I'm gonna start setting up. So snow, I don't know, that's about 8 inches, 9, 10. About 10 inches of snow. I'll show you what I'm doing here in a second. I think I got an idea. It might work a little better than last weekend. It is nice and light and fluffy, and the tracks that go down there are moose tracks. That should be big enough. While I'm here, start opening this thing up. I'm gonna have to batten down the hatch until I get into bed. All right, well that's halfway done there. Murphy's Law, right? That's what happens when something sits in the garage for a while. Oh well, that's what they made knives for if you can't get a zipper open. Yeah. Joys of doing things live. I don't even know if I'm on camera. I got a stuck zipper. There we go. A nice coffee shop. This one's so much different than my other one. There we go. Well, this is making a blooper reel. Everything is all like rusted and stuck together. I'll get it. Holy heck. Not gonna lie to you, this is not supposed to open up this way. It's half inside out, half right side in. Something is definitely not right. All right, I'm gonna start this over again. All right, we gotta try that. I'm gonna collapse it. Fix it. Let's try that again. Something is seriously pooched on this one section. What is going on? Well, I got it set up and I realized what happened. I've had this since these were first a thing. It's been beat, like you can see the Gorilla Tape holding it together. But what ended up happening is, years ago, I had one of the legs break, and I fixed it inside with an arrow shaft, and it broke when it was packed up, and one leg flipped itself inside out. That's why it was one side was like stuck outside. So unfortunately, this is this unit's last trip, but it's got a huge tear in the other side. But I'll get out of the weather with this, set up my chair, I'll be able to drink my coffee, read a book, I'll pipe some hot air into there, and this will go home and get recycled for parts. If anyone needs parts for a Ameristrip 2-man, let me know. But yeah, other than that, it's up, and this is the plan. So smaller is better, and can't win them all. So what's in this box? All right, I bought this stove last year, November 7th. Has it been perfect? No, it has not been perfect. In fact, sometimes its imperfections are what make me not stress about it, because it was only 40 bucks. So what are those imperfections? Well, it's like a Walmart tent. It comes out once and you never can get it back in the container again. Pros, well, you can, but with great difficulty. Pros, it's gonna run on your standard green bottle, your ISO, and in the summertime, because these things are super, super cheap, these little butane canister, it comes with all the adapters you need. So this one is for your butane, green bottle propane, and then the unit itself goes straight to the fuel canisters, like the MSRs and the jet fuel. So I'm going to do a little demo, but I'm going to start making my dinner. Now, in all honesty, I did have one problem in 1 year of use. Now, I use this a lot. This little connection here at the bottom of the stove, that little connection right there, if it'll focus. It did come loose on me 2 weeks ago. The grommet gasket was okay, but while it was running, it started to leak butane, and that could have been a fire. So what I did is I just took it off, put a little bit of blue Loctite on. Good to go. I think what it has to do with is when your cable is attached to the fuel bottle, it doesn't have any way of uncoiling itself, so it's going to naturally start to try to rotate on the nut. Not a design flaw, probably a user flaw. But yeah, other than that, everything's good. This thing boils water like nobody's business, and I'm gonna start making the sauce for my shrimp. I'll film that too. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show, this is the small canister of camp fuel, the all season that is. So you're just gonna turn it on. Hear a little bit of gas. There, she's going. And that's hot. I'm just gonna swap out to the isobutane. Now the isobutane in this type, today's only -6, so it's not that bad. Isobutane tends to not want to work when it gets cold. Line up the tab. Sorry. Line up the tab, press, turn. There, it's on. That's what the coil, I think, is what caused the issue. So turn on the can. Gas is going. You can already hear it's at its max setting. It's not doing half as good as this. Both of these are full cans. So you can hear it. Definitely not doing as good as the MSR or the all season camp fuel. And then if you want to see insanity and boil 2 liters of water pretty quick, I'm gonna have to time it one of these days. I did it last year and I can't remember what the time was. Put on the propane adapter, screw the bottle on. Got the gas rolling. So that's barely on and it's about the same as the butane. Now, as soon as I crank that up, that's roaring. This is not quite full. I had one cook on the barbecue with that bottle. So for $40, definitely worth it. I'll put the link in. I don't want to be one of those guys, but put the link in it and go. I got this on a whim and picked it up, and I'm very impressed with it for, you know, truck camp and that kind of stuff. One other thing too, jet foil. Please let your retailers sell replacement lids. If you break one, you have to order it from the US, and we're in Canada, and that kind of sucks. The other thing too is if you're in Canada and you're the same as me and you lost a lid or broke a lid, the Yeti tumbler lids fit perfect. Just thought I'd let you know that. All right, here we go, cooking in the bush with Barkwell. Let's see how this works out. So, butter in the pot. I'm gonna just spin this tripod so I don't trip on anything. Butter in the pot. Get a little fire going here. Ooh, lost some hair. That's gonna melt up that. Brought my little garlic press. I do like my garlic. I'm gonna pull that down right here. 2. You know what? Let's do 3 cloves of garlic. Because who doesn't like garlic? If you don't like garlic, you're wrong. Okay. That's gonna go into the pot. Turn that down just a little more. Some green onions here. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Get that going. So, just garlics and onions so far. Gonna run to the cooler real quick. Let those caramelize just a little bit more. The last time I did this, I didn't film it. I actually had Parmesan cheese to thicken it up, so I'm going to use a little less cream. But this is heavy cream, you know, full fat heavy cream. I'm just going to put let that bring itself together. And there was about two tablespoons, or yeah, maybe a little better than 2 tablespoons of butter that I put in the pot first. I think the Parmesan is going to be necessary. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any, but I didn't get this up to a little bit of a rolling boil. And then last but not least, just a little bit of your old clubhouse Cajun. I don't add any salt to this, but it is salted butter. That's going to be Cajun to taste. I'm just going to put the lid on that and let that thicken up a bit. I don't know how, oh, we're at 3 minutes and 52 seconds right now. Just a bit more. I was thinking about adding tomatoes, skinned tomatoes, crushed skin, and chili peppers in here, but I won't do it this time. And like I said, I did cheat. I pre-cooked my shrimp this morning, so I've got, I think, 13 shrimp in here. Skin off, poop vein out of them. Now I'm just going to let those suckers warm up in there. Put that on. So we're at 5 minutes and 5 seconds. The shrimp are already in. Now I'm just warming the shrimp up. I'm just going to go find one more thing and we'll check in another minute or so. Just under a minute. I'm back. I forgot. Just a little bit of black pepper in there. Tonight, bear chili. I'm going to use the same stove actually to cook the bear chili. I'm not going to use the barbecue tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But I cannot believe how many tracks there are around here right now. Okay, pretty good. Next time I won't forget the Parmesan cheese. All right, I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. On Amazon, lots of people, well, not lots of people, a couple of people complain that you can't simmer with this stove. I'm simmering pretty good right now with the green bottle, and that's the highest gas pressure. So maybe they had a dud, I don't know. Maybe they don't know what simmer is, but I'm simmering it down right now. So I am not having the same issues that individual had. For reference, while this is going on, here's another stove I've had for many, many, many years. Great stove, MSR Pocket Rocket. I believe these are $80-ish. I also have the BRS 25, the ultralight titanium stoves. I have one of those in most of my packs. These are good, but very, very not good in the wind. You need a wind protector. Not hard to put something like bark or something around, dig a hole, whatever. But it's definitely inconvenient. This little unit, when it's in its box, definitely packs down smaller than a jet boil. If you could orientate the lid the right way. Definitely packs down smaller than a jet boil, but you're gonna have a fuel can on top of it, so it's gonna be pretty close. Where the jet boil, you can keep everything inside of it. Weight wise, I'm gonna guess the jet boil is just slightly lighter, but not that much. And jet boils are really primarily good for boiling. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's cooking. Yeah, I'm still going. I don't think I could go any lighter than that. Yep. All that butter and fat, protein from the shrimp. I think I'm going to go for a walk after this. But there it is. There it is, and good to go, and yummy, yummy, yummy. I got shrimp in my tummy. Well, almost got the shrimp wrapped up. 3 cloves of garlic's perfect. Maybe a little bit more onion next time. And I really wish I would have brought the Parmesan cheese, just to thicken the sauce up. Right now the sauce is kind of soupy, not creamy. Oh well, live and learn. The last 2 times I'd used Parmesan, this time I forgot. Still tastes good. Actually, it still tastes amazing. But, oh yeah. So I've done this twice for shrimp and once for steak. I got blasted for putting a sauce on steak, on the inner weeb. I deserved it. I know better. I want to say in my defense, but it was a horrible cut of meat. And even though I dry brined it, it was still like eating a boot. But the sauce made it good. But yeah. So next thing is clean up after myself. I'm gonna boil some water in there real quick just to clean up all the good crusties. Wipe that out real quick, and I'm gonna go for a walk down to the lake and finish setting up my tent. I'm walking to the lake, and I don't know, I got another couple minutes. Well, probably 10 minutes ago. There's quite a bit of snow, but there is probably last night's moose track, because this snow hit last night. Now this appears to be deer track. There's a deer track here. Then a little oopsie. Oh, digging in there to eat something, some shrubberies. Yeah, that's definitely deer. That big one was a moose track. Messing around there. Snow was about 10 inches. I did check it with a tape measure. It's right around 10 inches. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get some pictures of the lake and finish up that. I'm at the lake. You couldn't pay me to walk on that ice. But it's a good sign. I hope this the temperature actually stays cold, because I would be willing to bet that that was wide open last weekend. And it's probably got 8 to 10 inches of snow on top of it now. So that's not really good for making ice. Well, the sun's down, but it's still really bright. But that being said, I just fired up the heater, and it is heating my little dinner shack. I'm gonna get ready to get ready to make some dinner. Crawl in there. Got a book in there too, and yeah, I'm gonna do that and see how the rest of the night plays out. But I think I am gonna hop in the rooftop tent pretty soon. Like, well, not soon, probably like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and try to get a full 12 hours of sleep. That'd be awesome. Well, sitting in here, I know you can hear the tick, tick, tick. Really warm in here, actually. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. No complaints. Getting darker outside, but not really that dark. It's actually quite bright. I think I'm gonna start making dinner. Maybe a coffee, and I did bring one other thing before I go to bed. Because I'm an adult, I'm going to have a toast to love's lost, friends that I'll never get back, and until I see them again, till Valhalla. But have a toast tonight. So I'm gonna fire up the stoves and get cooking. Now back to that little stove. So now it's on propane, so that's almost its lowest setting. That would be its lowest setting right there. But with the green bottle, that thing throws heat. I'm gonna be all uncivilized here. Bear chili. Ooh, I just went close to that fire. Bear chili's going on. Oh, look at me being a meathead. Got to flip the lever. Jet oil's going. Get some coffee going. I always try to be with that guy that looks for the good in everything. Well, you know when you have cancer, they give you a water bottle. Look at that. They actually give you a water bottle when you're doing chemotherapy. And I got to keep it. And just to prove that I actually do drink water and not just coffee. Down the hatch goes. This little light that was on sale there, it's quite the little unit. Yeah, that's going to blind everything out. That's not bad. But it goes crazy bright. Or you can dim her down. And these are, you can angle these too. That won't flood out the camera, but alright. Let's get into this. Already starting to smoke. So this bear meat was harvested in a field of oats. I ate nothing but oats and berries for the better part of a month. And it's the cleanest bear that I've ever taken in my life. Extremely yummy. Very good. That go a little bit. Water's starting to get hot there. I think that bottle's on its way out. I got the pipe, that's where the hot air is coming from. All coiled up like a little radiant coil. Getting there. Like I said, that Yeti lid works perfect. It actually doesn't fall off, and you can open the lid to let it vent while it's boiling. I'm so looking forward to our next trip with my buddy Sean. We're talking about Dutch ovens. Dutch ovens, chili, I don't know what else we're going to make. It's going to be good. Oh, it's starting to boil now. I think I want to do ribs. I really think I want to do ribs. I think ribs would be good. And just for a little bit of flavor, I'm going to use a little bit of this Cabela's mesquite. Big old chunk of bear meat. So far, we're at 6 minutes. Ish. Probably a little less than 6 minutes. dark roast. Heavy cream. All right, well, that is that. That didn't take too long to make dinner. I'm gonna let my coffee stew for a little bit. Well, not stew, but sit there, and I'm gonna eat, and I won't bore you guys with that. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot the special thing for the chili. Cheese. Put some cheese in there, stir it in, and close the lid and let it sit. That's what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna eat dinner. And chillax. Oh, as the French people say, c'est chaud. Dinner was farking awesome, phenomenal, no complaints whatsoever. Got some water into me, got some coffee into me. I'm gonna savor this one. This is the last coffee for the night. I was gonna add some Jameson to the coffee, but I'll just have a shot of Jameson later. Well, I just went out to have a pee, and we've got winter going on out there, so I'm gonna go to bed. But with that, to Mike, to Drew, and 2 for Jerry. Life was better when you were on Earth. Till Valhalla. Just a note, if you buy one of these diesel heaters like I have, this little remote that comes with it, you can't really, I don't know if I can get it to get, yeah, kind of, sort of. It's extremely sensitive. I got in here and I cranked it up full rip just to get the initial go off, and I accidentally hit the off button, and it has to power itself all the way down to where the fan shuts off before it'll restart. If you hit the start button, it'll tell you it's restarting, but it won't. And in that span of, say, 5 or 6 minutes, if you look at the ceiling, that's condensation from when the heater went off. That's how quick it happened. So I imagine as soon as the heater warms this up again, it's not cold, but it's definitely, it does not take long for condensation to become a thing. But one thing to note, that's all. Other than that, I'm racking out. Well, I'm going to read a book and then get up in the morning, have a coffee, and maybe go Christmas shopping. Morning. It is 6:43. I think sunrise is at 7:45 or so. I really have to get up and go for a pee, but I don't want to, so I'm holding it as long as I can. Oh. Anyways, just got up and I realized that I had a little bit of condensation. Not much, but I do have this little circulating fan that I turned on a timer. It's got a, I think it's 2, 4, and 6 timer on it, hours, and it seemed to have dried it up quite a bit. I am going to crank the heater up to its highest setting for maybe 5 or 6 minutes too before I collapse the roof. But yeah, it snowed all night, and now it's actually quite windy outside, so I'm going to see how that plays out, and fingers crossed we didn't get, you know, another foot of snow, because that would be an adventure for a Sunday morning for sure. But I'll see you guys outside. 7:25. I turned up the heater about 5 minutes ago to its highest setting, and it is cranking in here. That little fan up there, it's doing wonders of moving the air around, and there is no condensation at all, so that's good. That's what I want. I did get out of the tent right after the last little video there to check things out, and my other tent did collapse. I hope my chair is okay. Everything else will be okay in there, but that chair is, you know, this is its second trip. Oh well, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to pay the stupid tax. But yeah, I'll get up in about 5-10 minutes, collapse this thing right on itself right away, fire up the truck, because we got, I'm gonna say, 2 inches of heavy snow, like wet snow. So we're well over a foot of snow out there right now. So yeah, I'm gonna fire the truck up, get it warmed up, and start cleaning up, power down the heater, of course, and go Christmas shopping. Next video will be either with coffee in hand leaving or not. All right. Oh dear Lord, my pop-up looks like a face hugger from Alien. So that's how much snow we got last night. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna start tearing in and start tearing down and getting this all sorted up, and get ready to roll. All right, I am packed up. Unfortunately, my one-man tent is toast. After that first rip, it just ripped everywhere else. Chair's okay. Everything else that was in the tent was okay. It is 0 degrees, so it started at like minus 13 yesterday morning and then warmed overnight. Now it snowed until about 4 o'clock, and I took a picture, you'll see obviously before this, of the cover that I put over the heater. Now it looks like 2 inches. The hood of my truck had like 4.5, 5 inches on it. I didn't get a tape measure out, and you can hear the rash going, but I am coming out now, and I definitely have a lot more snow than when I came in yesterday. So yeah, in the first part of the video I said I was going to go to a new spot. The reason I didn't go to a new spot was deer season's still happening, and I don't want to be that guy to ruin someone's hunt. I think it's over next weekend, and then I'll go to that other spot. But as it sits right now, this spot was perfect, and great trip. Go home, have a shower, and then I think I'm gonna get my Christmas shopping done today and get ready for that. Well, if you guys like this, please hit that like and that subscribe button. It just gives me a little bit more motivation to do it. I don't do it really, I kind of do this for myself, but it's always nice to know that there's people out there that are watching and enjoy it. And no fresh tracks from last night either yet. Yeah, but anyways, I'm on my way out and I got my first big hill to come up to here, so I'm going to focus on that, and I might actually have to use four-wheel drive. Oh, there's fresh tracks right there, moose tracks again. All right, anyways, cheers. I actually have two. I'm going to pull up a little bit. I know you can see the one. I think the other one's the bull. So that's the cow. And the bull just moved ahead. Yeah, there goes the cow. Where did the bull go? I just hope I don't get the bull by the horns. He just walked in here. Oh, he's gone. Okay. He's right beside me there. You won't see him through the shrubbery. But there's the cow. I'm not trying to like put them off. I just want her off the trail, that's all. Ah, there she goes. All right. Well, that made the trip even better.